Hey guys, today we're here at Woodward West and I'm going to teach you how to pump in transition. So basically what it means to pump is it's a certain way that you're going to bend and move your legs in order to gain speed on a ramp. Usually I'll have a person start out in the middle of the ramp and get used to pumping and get used to how the transition feels and just get a good idea of what it's going to be like before they just straight up start with dropping in on the ramp, because if they do that, it might not work out well for them. This would be equivalent in street skating to just learning how to push. So the first thing that you can do is just take a push and just go up to the ramp. Now the first thing I'm going to cover is kind of how you lean in order to not fly out. I'm going to show you a couple different examples here. So as the ramp turns, you kind of want to turn with it. Because if you don't, you're going to go like that and you're going to fly out. So you have to make sure your body weight is kind of going with the transition and you're back into the ramp. So when you're up here, you should be a little bit like that. Not completely, but just enough so that you don't fly back. Because if you're straight, then you're going to go like that. So first things first, just run, jump on your board or take a little push and go up the ramp, come back down. So once you have that down, then you can start practicing what's called a pump. And this is going to be me bending my knees and then pushing it down. Bending my knees, pushing it down. Bending my knees and pushing it down. And through that force of me pushing down, you'll see I actually gain speed. And then I can just compress my knees and not push down, and I'll lose speed. So you see how I can go from very little speed of not pushing to pushing down, bend, push, bend, push, to again gaining speed really fast. So you can see how you can go from very little speed to actually a lot of speed just by pushing your legs. Now notice I didn't take my foot off my board, I never pushed. It was all just in that pump. Once you get used to this, it's kind of just something that begins to occur naturally. So it's one of those things that a lot of people teaching transition kind of forget because it's almost too basic and it's not something you think of. Like just the basics of how do you pump on a ramp? Bend, push, bend, push, bend, push, bend, push. This really came to light when I was doing the Lance live skate support drop-in, and I realized as he was going up the ramp, he's not really bending his legs and he doesn't really know how to pump. And I was like, that is the first step of any ramp, would be learning how to pump and just really learning how to move your legs, dip in and out of that transition. So generally speaking, when you're going up the ramp, you want to compress your legs. Then when you're going down the ramp, you want to uncompress your legs. And that push of that force down is going to actually increase your speed. So right here, your legs should be bent. And then you're going to push them down, and that's going to get you going faster. You can use that basic idea of pumping just in terms of when you go up the ramp, bend your knees, and then push down to pretty much any transition. And if you have kind of like a crazy bowl ramp like we have here, you can roll around it and gain speed. Or if you're just in a skate park and there's a bump, pump the bump and you'll gain speed. I'll show you like this. Your next step after you're learning to pump around in the ramp is just to drop in. Big thanks to Woodward West for having us out here so we can skate these incredible facilities. You guys should definitely check out Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 4. It is available as an iBook on iTunes, as well as a digital download at brailleskateboarding.com. Thanks again for watching. You guys are incredible. Definitely click that subscribe button, click that like button, and leave your comments below.